Okay, let us discuss this example 1, page 263 of your workbook. Okay, let us distribute the mark. Okay, how do we answer a question like this? Okay, whenever you see an integral, you should consider first to use either a simple U substitution or the trigo substitution. Okay, so it will not work. So this time around, we are to use or to simplify it by decomposing the fraction. So last time, in order to decompose the rational expression here, it depends on our denominator. So there is a mark there. You are supposed to factorize denominator. And we see that the denominator that is a linear factor. Okay, so how to decompose it? So we have a over x plus 2 and then plus b over x minus 4. So that is the format of how to decompose the fraction. So this is the formula that we have had earlier. We have case 1 where our denominator value is a linear factor, non-repeating. So we have a single a over whatever the value of the factor is. Okay, so this is case 1. So it has to be correct first. And then how do we solve for the a and b? We need to get into one line equation such that, okay, we combine this term first. Okay, a times x minus 4 plus b times x plus 2 over, we combine it. This is so that we can compare the numerator value. So you have to have this equation correct, okay, in order to solve for our a and b. So there's a 1 mark there given for the equation. Okay, what is the method for us to solve the a and b? Depends. Here we are using elimination methods. Okay, for example, in order to eliminate a, we replace this equation, the x as 4. So when we replace x as 4, we eliminate the a and replace x as 4. For this part, we get 4 plus 2, which is 6b. Okay, which is over on the right side. 4 minus 5, a is negative 1. So hence we solve for the b, which is negative 1 on 6. And then we do the same thing. To eliminate b in this case, let's set the x or replace the x as the negative 2. So we can eliminate the b. And then here, replace x as the negative 2. Negative 2 minus 4, negative 6a. As of the right side, negative 2 minus 5, we get negative 7. So hence we solve for the a. Right? So make sure that you show it. We call it as elimination method, M1. And hence, replace back your a. So you have to refer back the a there, which we got as 7 on 6 over x plus 2. And then the b is negative 1 on 6. Replace it. Okay, so we get that. That's the answer. So hence, coming back to the question to integrate. Okay, so to integrate this function with respect to x, since that we can separate them, we can actually integrate, separating it like this. Okay, whenever you have a constant, you can put the constant up front. Only the constant can be put up front. Okay, and you have to show how you get from this step to the answer. Okay, let me show it to you. Wait. So we put up front the constant, and then now it become a simpler integral, right? So we can easily solve this by using a simple U substitution. Okay, for example, let u be the x plus 2 and replace the u there, the x in terms of the du. So du dx is 1, so du is dx. As for this portion, don't call it u, let's call it something else. Okay, for example, let's call it y as x minus 4. So dy on dy dx is 1, so dy is dx. So we substitute all in terms of the variable. So make sure that you show your work. So to solve further, we do a simple u substitution. I'm using variable u and variable y. If you do not show it, okay, suddenly you get from this step to this step, you will lose mark. Okay, we cannot accept your answer. So we have to have or to leave it in terms of a single, and then get your answer in terms of the variable, okay, that you assign it to, and then last replace it back into the variable x as given in the question. Alright, so this question can carry 8 marks with 3 or 4 marks given there for you to get into the answer. You are to break this fraction into simpler version. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 marks there, and then to integrate, you are to use or to show the simple u substitution, get your answer in terms of the variable that you assign, and then last answer. Okay, so let's do more.